Welcome to this Youtravel webinar with the lovely Jill, you can see in the corner, who's representing JA Resorts and Hotels. If you guys can just start off by doing the usual and typing in the chat box where you're from, and then obviously we can start introducing ourselves. Obviously, so this morning's webinar consists of showcasing 4 properties. 3 are part of the JA The Resort, so the Lakeview, the Beach Hotel and the Palm Tree Court. And then we've got the Ocean View Hotel, which is based in the Marina Walk area of Dubai. So yeah, some informative presentations, obviously make copious notes. We've got 3 questions at the end, and 3 fantastic prizes. The top prize being a 3-night stay at the JA Lakeview Hotel on a half-board basis, Jill, for 2.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
We're also giving away 2 lots of Love to Shop vouchers like we do as well for the 2nd and 3rd prize. So yeah, please use the chat box throughout the presentation. So obviously you can ask questions and we'll address them at the end. We can see the room's getting nice and full now, so we'll start letting people in. But Jill, if you're all right to start, I'll hand over to you and I'll reconvene at the end and we'll take it from there.
Sure. Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. I can see there's quite a few people saying that they're dialing in from cold areas. I arrived this morning on a flight at 1:30 and drove home in a blizzard. So a little bit different from where I actually came from. But there we go. So welcome this morning. We are going to cover our 4 Dubai properties this morning, and we're going to start off with JA The Resort. Now, I know a few of you may be familiar with the properties, but it's always good to have a refresher as well. So JA The Resort is located equidistant from both Dubai and Abu Dhabi airports. It's 45 minutes in either direction, and we're just 10 minutes from Dubai Parks, 15 minutes from Dubai Marina, and about 35 minutes from the downtown area. So everything is very accessible. So JA The Resort, then, this is an aerial view of the property. So it's made up of 3 hotels. So we have here in the front JA Beach Hotel, which is our heritage property. So this was built back in 1981. Over here to the right side, you've got the 10 villa-style buildings that make up JA Palm Tree Court. And then at the back of the golf course here, and at the back of the image, you can see the newest addition to the JA portfolio, which was JA Lakeview, which opened in 2019. So the idea with the resort is that we have 3 properties, so there's something for everyone, but you can actually utilise the facilities throughout the entire resort. So you're not restricted to what's contained within the hotel that you're staying at. So we sit on a 9-hole championship golf course. We've got our own in-house marina, tennis courts, tennis academy, a lovely 800-metre stretch of private beach, and over 25 restaurants and bars throughout the resort. In addition to that, we've got over 40 different experiences that your guests can enjoy while they're staying with us. Now, getting around the resort is very easy. Obviously, with their locations, Beach Hotel and Palm Tree Court, you can very quickly walk between the 2, either across the pathway or along the beach itself. But getting around the rest of the resort, we have these elongated buggies that take between 8 and 10 passengers, and you can literally hop on and hop off and utilise the facilities throughout the resort. So starting with JA Beach Hotel, then, it was most recently refurbished in 2019, and we made the rooms much lighter and brighter than they were before. There's 235 rooms and suites through the property, and the entry-level rooms are the Resort View, the Sea View, and the Deluxe Sea View rooms. So interior-wise, these rooms are completely identical. Obviously, the main difference being the view. So resort view rooms can be over the golf course or partial sea view. The sea view rooms obviously have a direct sea view, and then the deluxe sea view rooms, which are located either on the ground floor or the first floor, have a terrace rather than a balcony. So each of those rooms actually has sun lounges allocated to it. So we do find we get a lot of repeat guests, couples, older guests that want to have that particular room category. Now, because the property was built some time ago, the room sizes are that bit smaller. So the occupancy for these 3 room categories is 2 adults and an infant. If you have families, we have a room category which is called 2 sea view connecting rooms. Now, it's not the prettiest name around, but it does what it says on the tin. And with that, you've actually got on one side a king size bed. The twin bedded room is the connecting room, and you've obviously then got 2 full size bathrooms. But also, you don't need to then go about requesting the connecting rooms by booking that room category, which is clear on the contract, and it will obviously pull through with all of your quotes. It will actually then allow you to have the 2 connecting rooms, and they can then take 2 adults, 2 children and an infant. Our Resort View Junior Suites are also very popular. They're double the size of the rooms that we've just seen. They're open plan. You've got a sofa that pulls out into a bed. They've got a huge bathroom with a separate bathtub and walk-in shower, and also a walk-in wardrobe. And these rooms are really popular with either couples that want a little bit more luxury or small young families. Our suite accommodation at Beach Hotel. So first of all, we have the 1-bedroom suite. So you can see from the images here that we've got a living room area that connects through to a bedroom. So these can take 2 adults, a child and an infant, because the sofa does pull out into a bed. And obviously, if you've actually got a couple staying there, they've got plenty of living space to utilise while they're staying with us. And then we have the premium 1-bedroom suite, which is literally a larger version of the same. So if you've got a slightly larger family as well, it's 2 adults and 2 children. Just on the subject of children, our child age goes up to 11.9, and children do stay free on the same board basis as their parents up to 11.9. So from 12, they would be classed as an adult. So just to clarify that while we're there. Then we move over to Lakeview. So Lakeview, as I mentioned at the beginning, is the newest addition to the JA family. It's our lifestyle hub of the resort. And you can see from this picture here, it's made completely of glass. So the entire property is solar powered. It's also the part of the resort that leads the way with our sustainability program. So we do have here a water treatment and bottling plant. And this meant when this property opened back in 2019, we completely removed plastic bottles from the resort. So we actually take the water from the sea, it's treated in-house, and then we distribute it around the resort. So we have free-flowing complimentary water right throughout the resort. So it's in the guest rooms, it's in all of the restaurants and all of the bars as well, so guests can just get complimentary water without any issues. You saw from the pictures, the very first pictures that I showed, where we've got the golf course, and we use the same kind of process to water the golf course. So the water is taken from the ocean and it's all treated on house. So it's all very sustainable in its approach. So this property's got 348 rooms and suites. And starting with the deluxe room. Now, because this property was built more recently, the room sizes are larger, and the sofa beds do pull out into twin beds that can accommodate 2 children, but that's 2 children up to 11.9. So the bathrooms are also quite large in these rooms, and they actually have a separate bathtub and walk-in shower as well. And there's also in the desk area that you can see there's a little lift up thing with a mirror that's illuminated, and you keep all your makeup and bits and bobs in there as well. So it's all very well thought through, very high tech. The light switches are all touch point. They're not the traditional switches. So everything's very well thought out and very well laid out in these in the rooms at this property. So they can take 2 adults and 2 children. But if you've got a larger family, similar to what we had at Beach Hotel, you could take 2 deluxe connecting rooms. And this then means you can take up to 3 adults and 3 children then in those rooms. And obviously, again, you've got 2 full-size bathrooms, so you're not fighting over the 1 bathroom. On the golf course side of the property, we have similar interior wise, but the view is obviously different. We have the resort course view. So you've got lovely views out over the greenery of the golf course, which is quite unique for Dubai, where normally views are either city or beach. And then the premium resort course view rooms, you've actually got the best of both worlds because they're located on the higher floors, and you can actually, beyond the golf course, you can see the sea and the beach as well. So they're beautiful. Our junior suites are really popular. Whilst they're on the resort side of the property where you're overlooking the desert areas, they are actually quite large. So there's 70 square meters. The bathroom is larger. You've got a walk-in wardrobe. And actually, uniquely for a junior suite, the bedroom and the living room area can be separated by a sliding door. So you've actually got the 2 separate sleeping areas if you've got a family. And we can take 2 adults and 2 children in those rooms. Our suite product is incredible at this property, very, very spacious, huge living room space, and obviously the bedrooms are incredibly large as well. And the first suite is the resort course 1-bedroom suite. So these actually have a direct view right over the golf course, and obviously you can see the beach and the sea beyond on those as well. And they can also take 2 adults, 2 children, and an infant. When we go on to the next room category, we've got the 1-bedroom terrace suite. Now, these are actually located at the side of the property. So they have views over the greenery of the golf course. Again, incredibly spacious at 168 square meters. The occupancy, again, is 2 adults, 2 children, and an infant. But what's great about these is the huge terrace that you have, which you can see in that top right-hand picture. So we can afford the space to put 2 sun lounges, lounge furniture out there as well. So they really are enormous rooms. And there's also some of those rooms that we've added a private pool to those. So you can see they're incredibly private. You've got lovely views out over the trees on the golf course. Obviously, health and safety has been considered as well. So there is a gate there that actually closes the swimming pool off from the terrace area. And these rooms are really, really popular with families. And you can see why. And then finally, we have the luxury 2-bedroom suite. So these rooms have 2 bedrooms, each with its own ensuite. And then you can see from the picture at the bottom where you've got the lovely big terrace there. We've got the jacuzzis on the balconies as well. Okay, so then we move over to JA Palm Tree Court. So this is considered the highest end property of the 3 within the resort because it's all suite accommodation. So there are 10 villas within Palm Tree Court. It's very low rise, as you can see there. You've got ground floor, first floor, and second floor. And there are 212 suites in total. So the entry-level category is the garden view, and then we have the sea view rooms. So these are actually located either on the first or the second floor and scattered throughout the villas within the property. Obviously, the location then determines whether it's a garden view or a sea view, but the beach and the sea is not very far away wherever you're located. They're 60 square meters in size, and those lovely big sofa beds that you can see, sofas you can see there, are actually sofa beds, and they pull out into twin beds. And with this property, and it's the case with every category, you can actually accommodate 2 adults and 2 children. And with our current promotions, the child age is up to 15.9. So we're not charging an extra person supplement, which we would normally charge from 12 and upwards. At Palm Tree Court, for our current peaks promotion, we're not charging the extra bed charge. So that's saving quite a significant amount of money over the course of a 7, 10 or 14 night stay. What's also great about these rooms, the bathrooms are also huge as well. They've got the separate bathtub and walk-in shower. On the ground floor, so very same on the interior, you've actually got the balcony door there, or the terrace door opens out directly onto the terrace. We've allocated sun lounges to these rooms as well, so you've got your own dedicated sun lounges, and you can literally walk straight out into the gardens and onto the beach itself. So then we have the sea view one bedroom suite. So for those clients that maybe have got a slightly larger family or just wanting a little bit more space, these sea view one bedroom suites are incredible because they're double the size of the junior suite. You can see you've got the bedroom one side and the living space on the other. And then we can accommodate 2 adults and 3 children plus an infant in these rooms. Now, they've actually got 2 full-size bathrooms as well, which is great for the family. And you would actually have 2 kids on the sofa bed in the parents' room. And then the third child, we would put a roll-away bed into the living room area. Then we move to the residence building. So the style of the decor of these rooms is a little bit different to what you've just seen. The rooms that you've just seen, I noticed a few people were saying that, incredible and beautiful rooms, and they are. They were refurbished last summer and we're really super proud of them. The residence building wasn't refurbished, but it was refreshed. So you will see that the decor is still slightly different at the moment, but that will be in the next phase. But what's great about the residence is the added values that you get for staying in the residence building, and I'll come on to that shortly. So the entry-level room in the residence is the Seaview Residence Junior Suite, and these are located on the middle floor. So it's the same occupancy as you would have in a regular junior suite. On the ground floor of the residence building, you have the beachfront residence one-bedroom suite. And similarly, with it being on the ground floor, you've got your dedicated sun lounges there just outside of your room. We can accommodate 2 adults and 3 children, but just to note, because the style and the decor of these rooms is different to what you have in the main regular one-bedroom suites, they don't have the second full-size bathroom. It's more of a guest bathroom, so just something to be aware of. But they are one of the most popular room categories that we have in the resort because of their location to the beach and obviously the residents' benefits as well. And then on the top floor of the residence building, we have 2 Seaview Residence 2-bedroom suites. So these each of the bedrooms has its own ensuite. You've got a lovely big living space with a lounge, dining area, and outside again with the day bed and the lovely wraparound balcony there that you can see. And the occupancy there is 4 adults, 3 children, and an infant. So I mentioned just before that we'd recently refurbished the rooms at Palm Tree Court. So what we also did during that refurbishment last summer was we added an additional swimming pool. So the Tama pool and bar was implemented purely for the guests of Palm Tree Court. So that adds that little bit of luxury, that extra added value for the guests that are staying in Palm Tree Court. It's a lovely infinity pool. And once you're in the pool, you can look out towards the beach. So it's great to just relax and enjoy that sort of tranquil area. It's got a lovely pool bar as well. Then we go to our club lounge. So the club lounge is for guests that are staying in a 1-bedroom suite or higher category, and that includes any category within the residence building at Palm Tree Court. So it's like most club lounges where you're getting drinks and snacks. There's the food presentations throughout the day, and there is actually a lounge, an air-conditioned lounge that the guests can go in and out of. The reason we've got this picture here is because this is part of the club lounge offering. So it's a dedicated swimming pool just for the guests that are attending the club lounge. So during the day, you could actually relax around the pool, have your drinks and snacks served at the sun lounger, or just wander inside to the lounge and have sit down and relax in the air conditioned lounge itself. So in addition to that, the guests that are staying in the residence building have some little added values and extra touches. So they've got butler service, complimentary airport transfers, you've got pistol shooting and golf activities. We have specific welcome gifts for them. They get cold towels, through the day, and all these little added touches, the rose petal bath, all that sort of thing. There's a full list of about 15 items that they actually receive on top of the club lounge benefits. So that's anyone staying in the residence, and we also extend the same privilege to those people staying in the 2-bedroom suites at JA Lakeview. Okay, then we move on to the dining. So we were the first resort in Dubai to introduce the all-inclusive concept, and there is a dine around of 25 restaurants and bars. Now, the what we noticed with obviously with the onset of COVID and people's budgets changing, all the different things and all the challenges we've had recently, we decided to introduce a secondary level of all-inclusive. So we do have our full dine around, which is called All-Inclusive Plus. And this is available at all 3 properties. So the All-Inclusive Plus has got very few restrictions. You can pretty much dine around all of the restaurants and bars within the resort. And then we have the All-Inclusive Limited. So this is one which is limited mainly to the buffet restaurants and then the beach bars and swim-up pool bars during the day. Now, the reason that we've done that is because we recognise that people on a budget want to have an all-inclusive, but maybe couldn't actually extend their budget to the dine-around option. Now, the all-inclusive limited, so that's the one with the buffet and beach options. This is for guests that are staying at Lakeview and Beach Hotel only. If you're staying at Palm Tree Court, because it's the highest end property, it's all-inclusive plus, so they have the full dine-around option. You can have all-inclusive plus at the other 2 properties as well. So it's the 2 options at Beach Hotel and Lakeview. So in terms of the dining then, with few popular hotspots, so White Orchid is the Asian fusion restaurant that we have located at Palm Tree Court. Palm Tree Court guests have this available to them on the dine around. Guests at Beach Hotel and Lakeview receive a credit to dine in the restaurant. So we're not saying they can't dine there, but to make it a little bit special for the Palm Tree Court guests, we offer a credit to the guests of the other 2 hotels. I won't go through, do you have to wear a wristband? No wristbands. What we actually do is that when the guest checks out of a restaurant, they actually sign the bill. And we've had a few occasions where guests have checked on the TV in the room and seen that they've got a huge bill. What we actually do is we record what's being consumed, and then it's zeroed out at the end of the stay in accordance with the board basis package that they're on. Because we have the all-inclusive, and I'll touch on this now while you've brought up the subject, but we also have, obviously guests can stay on bed and breakfast, no minimum stay at the residences. There is a minimum stay of 2 nights if you want to stay all inclusive, but no minimum stay per room category. You can stay on a bed and breakfast basis. Our current promotion includes a free upgrade to half board, and then you're paying now a reduced supplement to upgrade to the 2 all-inclusive packages. So just a few highlights here. I won't go through all 25 restaurants and bars, but we have Captain's in this top picture here. So this is one of our beach restaurants. Down here to the right is Republic. So this is our gastro pub that's located at Lakeview Hotel. The top picture that you see here is Kanara, which is our award-winning Indian restaurant. And this is a concept that was created by Michelin star chef Vikas Khanna. Having experienced this restaurant a few times, it's the most amazing experience. The attention to detail is second to none. And because of that, and to keep it exclusive, guests staying at any 3 properties have a credit to dine at this restaurant, because we wanted to keep the standards and the offering to the highest level possible. So this is our highest end fine dining restaurant, but it's definitely worth the experience. On the right-hand side here, you see Taparia, which is our Spanish tapas restaurant, which has proved to be a very popular option because it's quite unique. Most hotels have an Asian and a Italian restaurant, but this offers us something a little bit different as well. The picture to the bottom right is Sette, which is our Italian restaurant, and that's located on the top floor of JA Beach Hotel. And you've got the most stunning panoramic views right round the entire resort. It's really beautiful. Then we have the Tama Terrace. So we saw before the Tama Pool located at Palm Tree Court. So Tama Terrace is actually the restaurant that sits behind it. Now, with that, it is primarily for the guests of Palm Tree Court, and guests staying at the other two hotels, again, have the credit to dine at this restaurant. It is open for lunch every day year round, and then for breakfast, a la carte breakfast, during the winter period. Someone's just asked a question there about the restaurant reservations. It isn't essential to make reservations, except I would really highly recommend it during the main school holidays. The signature restaurants White Orchid, Sette and Kinara have restrictions on dining for kids being before 9 p.m. to make sure that we can have that quieter dining experience for couples later on in the evening. But during the main school holidays, you tend to find that families all want to dine at the same time. So yes, please do make sure that your guests do make reservations in advance. The other advantage of that, I mean, I went there September last year, and even though September's a fairly low month, we did actually make the reservations in advance, because then you can get the timing that you want, and then there's no issue. You can turn up, especially if you're traveling maybe with a few couples and you want a table for more than 4 people. We can make sure that we're not dragging tables across the restaurant as soon as you arrive. It's actually already set up and you can go straight to your table. So yes, recommended year round, but highly recommended during the main school holidays. Another addition last summer was the Sandbar, and this is available to everybody. And this is a lovely place for a sundowner because it's overlooking the marina. You get the best sunset views from here as well. And as you can see, the seating arrangement's very casual. We've got swings, we've got sofas, lots of casual options. To make the reservations in advance, there is an email address which I will share before we finish this. I'll type it into the chat. But it's restaurant in the singular .reservation@jaresorts.com. And I'm sure that the guys will, obviously assist you with that. You would need to have the guest room reservation details, so that the restaurant reservations team can tie the guest up with the room number, etc. Okay, so in terms of facilities throughout the resort, we do have lots of things going on. So throughout the resort, we've got 8 temperature-controlled swimming pools, and other than the ones that I've mentioned that have a restriction, so it's the Signatures pool as part of the Club Lounge offering, the Tama pool, which is just for Palm Tree Court guests. We have an adults-only pool at Lakeview as well. Other than that, the guests can utilise any of the pools anywhere throughout the resort, so you're not restricted to the swimming pool nearest to the hotel that you're staying in. We do have lots of picture opportunities with our peacocks. There's gazelles on the golf course as well, or oryx as they're known in Dubai, and people like to have their picture taken with them. We also have our bio garden, where we try and grow as many of the produce we can on property, so that we can help with our sustainability contributions. And we also have the in-house marina as well. And you can see from that picture on the bottom left, the beach is just a beautiful white sand beach, and that's right across the whole 800-metre stretch. We do have a shooting club as well, which is located just a short distance from the main resort. Because of the safety element to this, it's a minibus transfer or a bus transfer. It takes literally 2 minutes from Beach Hotel, and it goes directly to the shooting club, which is part of the Centre of Excellence, where we also have football pitches and other activities as well. Within the shooting club, we have the clay pigeon shooting. We've also got archery as well. Within the resort, we've got our spa, so it's called Calm Spa, and we can do all the various treatments by the Elemis brand. We've also got the hammam, jacuzzi, sauna, and steam room. And then in terms of the golf facility, so it's a 9-hole championship golf course. The keenest of golfers can play 18. We have 2 sets of tee boxes, so you can actually play the course twice very, very easily. We've also got the Golf Academy, so we have the swing analysis technology going on there. And the Golf Academy starts from tiny tots right through to experienced golfers. So there's something there for everyone. We also have a water sports centre as well, where you can do sailing. Non-motorised water sports are included as part of the all-inclusive package. We have our tennis courts and tennis academy, where we've got 2 coaches on site. The football pitches I've touched on already. The horse riding is part of our fully fledged equestrian centre, so we can do lots of interactive things. And this is one of the things we've tried to do without all of our activities, is to make them spectator friendly as well. So, for example, at the equestrian centre, there is a coffee shop. So mum and dad and nanny and grandpa can go and sit in the coffee shop while the kids are having a riding lesson. They can also do a stable tour, which is really very interesting, where you can see how the horses are fed, where they live, how we're exercising them when they're not being ridden. And also a very popular activity from there is the swimming with horses as well. For our younger guests, we've got the Pirates and Mermaids Kids Club, and new additions and close by to this were the little water park that you see there to the right side and the splash pad for the tiny tots. So with the Pirates and Mermaids, it's actually from 4 to 12 and it's complimentary. And obviously the activities that we have ongoing are tailored to the ages of the kids that are on property at the time. Also part of this facility, we have the creche, which is from 4 months to 4 years. This is chargeable and we have a morning and an afternoon session. It's around about £30-40 a session. And then we can also add babysitting as well. Okay, so that's JA the resort. I don't know whether anyone's got any questions before we move on to JA Ocean View. No worries. If not, we can always come back to those a little bit later. So JA Ocean View then, so located just 15 minutes away from the resort along the JBR or Jumeirah Beach residence area of Dubai Marina. And you can see from that picture there, this is actually the public beach that you can see there. So somebody's asking about transport. Very good question. So we do have, just go back to the resort quickly. So we have from the resort, we have buses to the main shopping malls. We did used to have them to and from the resort and Ocean View, but people wanted to make their own way. Same with Dubai Parks. When that first opened, we used to have a daily or multiple daily shuttle to the parks, and people wanted to go in their own car or own taxi because, as you know, taxis are really cheap in Dubai and getting around is very easy. So the shuttles that we operate now are just from the resort, and they go to Ibn Battuta Mall, which is about 15 minutes away, 10-15 minutes from the resort. They go to Dubai Mall and to Mall of the Emirates. And what we find as well is the bus goes out full and comes back empty because people want the flexibility of just jumping in a taxi and coming back under their own steam. But those schedules are available multiple times during the day. Okay, so back to Ocean View. The public beach that you see there is very accessible, but equally we offer 7 days a week access to the beach at JA the resort. It is under your own steam in terms of the taxi, but that obviously does give you the flexibility to come and go at times that suit you best. You can utilise the swimming pools and the beach area. Anything that you consume food and beverage wise can't be part of any half-board package that you may have at Ocean View, but you can still sign back to the room and then it will be charged on checkout. Access to the beach facilities is through JA Beach Hotel, and the guests can actually arrange that when in resort with the team at Ocean View. They will organise that for you. So one key thing about JA Ocean View is that all of the rooms have a sea view. So you've no need to request the sea view room, even though we still get requests for that. There's 346 rooms and suites throughout the property. And where it's located, you actually can see from this picture here in the top, that is actually looking over the Blue Water Island, where you can see the Eye of Dubai, or Ain Dubai, as it's known locally. So that is to the left side. So rooms looking out that way would have this lovely view. And at night time, it's just as exciting as it is during the day, because you've got everywhere lit up. To the rooms that are looking more to the right side of the property, you're actually overlooking Palm Jumeirah. So beautiful views from whichever side your room is located. So the entry level room here is the sea view room, and we can accommodate 2 adults and 2 children under 12 in these rooms. And then just a slightly, the superior rooms are located on the higher floors, so you do get a slightly better view from those rooms, but mainly the rooms are interior-wise identical. We know that people staying in, this is classed more of a city location, and people do love a club lounge. So we have our club sea view rooms that are located on the highest floors of the property, and obviously then you've got access to the club lounge, where we've got the food presentations through the day. The club lounge at this property is just absolutely amazing, and we do get repeat guests that always ask for the club lounge access and book, you know, the club sea view room or higher category to make sure that they secure the access to the lounge. Seaview Junior Suite. So these rooms are absolutely beautiful. You've got the open plan bedroom living room space. They're 55 square meters. The bathroom is much bigger than you've got in the other room types as well. Separate bathtub and walk-in shower. And the views from there, you actually get both the blue water view and the Palm Jumeirah view as well, and access to the club lounge. And then we have the family 1-bedroom suite. So this is basically double the size of the sea view room. And again, you've got stunning views from here, and you've got the bedroom one side and the sitting room area on the other, and they can take 2 adults and 2 children in those rooms. They don't have a second full-size bathroom, but they do have the guest bathroom, which is basically the loo and the wash basin. Again, these rooms do have access to the club lounge as well. Okay, in terms of dining, we've got a couple of outlets here. So the first one I'll touch on is Aqua. Now, this is the newest restaurant that we have at Ocean View, and it's taken on a new concept. It's our all-day dining restaurant. It's located on the ground floor. Sorry, I'll just answer that question about the families. They say children under 12, are there any suitable for families? What we would suggest is to actually take 2 rooms. The sofa beds are fairly small, so once you start going to kids that get to sort of 12 and 13, the sofa beds are not really big enough to accommodate them. We can put in very strong requests for rooms next to each other, and also try to do interconnecting. There are a small number of interconnecting rooms, so we can try and do that as well. But we would suggest that, you know, under 12 really is for the size of the sofa bed, it's better to go for 2 rooms. With the family suite, we can actually put a rollaway bed in there, so we could actually utilize that for a bigger family, family with older kids, and actually the same for the junior suite. We don't include it as a regular thing on the contract, but with any ad hoc requests like that, please do come through to the Youtravel team or to ourselves, so that we can try and accommodate them the best way possible. Okay, so coming back to the restaurants, thank you for your questions, guys. I do like it when we have questions as we go along. the picture that you see, actually, somebody put, I like the look of Aqua. That's actually a picture of Motorino, which I'll come on to shortly. But I had hoped that I would have a picture of Aqua to share with you. But because it's so new, I'm still waiting for the image. But basically, it's taken on a very new kind of concept. It does still do live cooking stations, but over the weekend is when it's at its most popular, because we do the most amazing Sunday roast, and the Saturday brunch is becoming increasingly popular, both for inside and outside guests as well. It's got a very nice style in the decor. It's very cool and trendy, but very soft colour schemes that they've chosen, and they've brought in a whole new team, and the service has just been receiving so many positive feedback, so we're really super excited about that. And I'm sorry I don't have the new images to share with you. We will obviously share them as soon as we can. On the same level as Aqua, we have Il Motto Deli, so that there isn't a picture of that here either, but this is quite a cool place because people can just go and grab a sandwich or a slice of pizza or a salad, and you can either eat inside or do takeaway. So it's a really popular one for guests that just want to grab something and take it back to the room without the formalities of room service. Motorino, which is the picture that you can see there, it is a very cool restaurant. The best pizza. I'm not a massive pizza fan, but the pizzas here are amazing. And obviously they feature lots of other Italian dishes as well that are really, really popular. And again, it's one of those restaurants that we do get a lot of regular outside guests coming in as well, because it's just got a super atmosphere as well. Offside is our sports bar, so that's very, very casual. We're showing all of the main sporting events throughout the year. It's, your sort of burgers, salads, sandwiches, snacks, that kind of thing. Very much an American theme to it as well. And again, very, very popular. And then we have Level Blue. So this is our very chilled out poolside lounge. We've got cocktails, snacks there throughout the day. And that's where the guests would go around the pool and chill out. In terms of activities, the picture at the top there is our swimming pool. So it's an infinity pool, stunning views out to Blue Water Island and out to the sea. You can just see the tip at the front of the kids' pool, which is covered and shaded there. And then you've got direct access down to the walk area. It's very easy to sort of cross the road, go to the public beach. You've got the beach mall there as well. And also what's really good about the marina, and one of the reasons why we only have up to maximum of half board, we don't do any full board or all-inclusive options at Ocean View, is that you've got over 300 restaurants within the marina that the guests can just walk out to. And that ranges from anything to, a sandwich bar, a coffee shop, right through to some fine dining, amazing restaurants as well. So we do allow guests that flexibility. You can see as well, we've got a lovely gym there. It's huge. It's got, again, a lovely view across the pool. So we try and encourage people to be able to work out in a nice atmosphere there. We've got a small spa with a jacuzzi, sauna and steam room. And we've also got the hair salon as well, both male and female. We do also have a small kids club, which is from 4 to 12. It's obviously not as extensive as we have at the resort, but it's still obviously there as a facility for your guests to use. And that's it from me. Thank you very much for joining me.
Wow. I'm blown away.
Good. That's what we want.
What an amazing whistle-stop tour to obviously showcase, all 4 properties, and obviously the amalgamation of the Lakeview Beach Hotel and the Palm Tree Court into the JA, the resort. It's absolutely fantastic. I was just wondering, when are you going to stop actually talking about all the inclusions? Because it feels like they've got everything, something for everybody, whether it's families, couples, kids, people that are big foodies like me, but the activities are amazing. The rooms at the resort, they've got such a Mexican Caribbean vibe with all the terraces and the private plunge pools, etc., like that. And it's something which is very unheard of in the UAE, especially with everything kind of being a concrete jungle going upwards rather than wide. So I think, the agents will resonate with me to say that this resort and the ocean view obviously has something for each of their clients that are looking for something a little bit different in Dubai.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the thing we did. The four hotels, each has their own unique style. And, people sometimes ask me which is the best one. Well, actually, it's not about what I feel is the best one. It's what suits the group that is traveling, whether it's couples, whether it's families, the size of the family, how they want to, divide up the family between rooms or all be in one room. So it does allow us to be, flexible, across the size of the group or family traveling.
Absolutely. I think as you went along, Jill, you answered the majority of the questions. I'm just going to check through here just to see if there's anything we missed. There was one, I think, around reservations, which was, how do you make reservations in advance? Do you call, email, or app, or do you use either?
Yeah, it's mainly the email address, which is, do I need to type that in, or should I share that with you to be shared later? Would that be better?
If you type it for the benefit of the agents now, and then obviously we'll follow up with an email with all the information pack that you sent us, and we'll include it in that information pack as well.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Where do we go in there? In the chat one, yeah?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
While Jill's doing that, I'll just quickly summarize. Obviously, these 4 properties featuring our January Peaks campaign. There's some amazing savings. For example, the beach hotel up to 45% off stays. And like Jill mentioned, obviously the kids' age there is 15.99. So you can have kids which are pretty much teenagers staying and eating for free on the same basis as the adults. And then with the lake view, the palm tree, and the ocean view, we've got up to 50% off. And I think Jill did mention that with each of these, with a minimum stay of 5 nights for your clients, you're guaranteed the next room upgrade as well. So the next room category as well. So fantastic. And obviously, if that wasn't enough, from Youtravel, we also, as an agent incentive, we're giving all of you lovely agents £5 Love to Shop voucher per booking as well. So that's every booking you make. It's £5 Love to Shop voucher, and that's for all bookings on all these four properties, all the way up until the end of January, so the 31st of January, all bookings made up until then. So some fantastic incentives and value adds, and obviously you had all the information given on the presentation as well, with the activities and all the other value added bits that we get within these resort properties as well.
Okay, there's just another question just popped up there. How far in advance can we book the resorts? Our current promotions actually for the peak campaigns, we took on the feedback from all of our key partners. And one of the things that we're getting is last minute bookings, but also people that are booking way further in advance than we've known before. So what we've actually done is we've extended our peak campaign for the 3 properties within the resort. So that's JA Beach Hotel, JA Lakeview, and JA Palm Tree Court. You can book as far in advance as the 3rd of June, 2025. So not 24, but 25. And then for Ocean View, it's the 30th of June, 2025. So you've got those incredible discounts that we've mentioned, and obviously within the resort, the room upgrades as well. So if you've got clients that want to book in advance, now's the time to do it, because these promotions are just, they're amazing. What else have we got here?
We've got
something about the kids clubs. The ages of the kids clubs. So the crash at the resort is from 4 months to 4 years, and the kids club is from 4 to 12. And then the kids club at Ocean View is 4 to 12. And then somebody wants to ask about the benefits of the area around JA, the resort, versus other popular areas in Dubai. Wanted to ask for the benefits of the area. Okay, I think one of the key things, and this is why we introduced the all-inclusive, is because the resort has always had the perception of being really far out, but you will obviously, many of you know how Dubai has grown from practically nothing to, the amazing destination that it is now. And I think the best way to qualify it is we do have a lot of guests. They come and stay on the all-inclusive. We have got all of those experiences, over 40 different experiences and more than 25 restaurants and bars. So we have so many guests that literally come and fly and flop and stay with us the entire time. But if you have got the guests that want to go out and about, we do have the shuttle to those 3 shopping malls that I mentioned before. So Ibn Battuta's 10 to 15 minutes away. You've got Dubai Mall that's 20, 25 minutes away, and the downtown area is about half an hour or just over. So you've got the opportunity to go out and explore. Going in the other direction towards Abu Dhabi, it's 10 minutes to Dubai Parks. You can reach, the highlights of Abu Dhabi, Yas Island and all of that within around 35, 40 minutes. So it is very accessible if you want to go out and about. Now, the Palm itself is only about 25, 30 minutes away. So getting everywhere is very accessible. But what we offer that's different is that you can do pretty much everything you want within the resort, but you can get to the other areas. And some people want to be away from all of those popular areas that, other hotels are located. So I've had a number of requests recently where the clients didn't want to be anywhere near the Palm. And it is very much horses for courses. We've all got different likes and dislikes. So hopefully we've got something, that is unique, that will be suitable for an awful lot of clients.
Fantastic. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, I'd agree with that, Mitzi. A twin stay is ideal so you can experience both.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're getting that more and more. Sometimes it's a kind of an Abu Dhabi Dubai experience, or we have JA the resort and the Palm, or JA the resort and downtown. So, it does, especially if you've got people that have been there before and they want to try something different, but they really like what Dubai's got to offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. The best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Right, guys, if there's any more questions, then feel free to use the chat box now. Otherwise, we'll move on to the questions and prizes. For anybody that's new, that's not done this before, obviously, I will ask 3 questions, one by one, and then it's fastest finger first. Carol, hands at the table today. Carol's a regular, and she's also a frequent winner as well. So, fastest finger first. Obviously, use the chat box to type your answer, and obviously the first person to get the right answer wins the prize. And it goes without saying, if you win a prize, then you're obviously then blocked out for winning the second prize and then the top prize as well. So it's 1 prize per person. Right then, here we go. So the first question for the first £25 Love to Shop voucher is: who can tell me the name of the new restaurant at the JA Ocean View Hotel? This is where it gets manic, Jill.
Yeah.
Right, let's just look through here. So I think it's, from what I can see here, Jill, just confirm if you don't mind. We've got Aqua is the correct answer, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's, is it Elf Freery Guest? Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lynn. Yeah, there you are, Lynn. So congratulations to you. You've won that £25 Love to Shop voucher. Aqua was the correct answer. So then the second question for the second lots of £25 Love to Shop voucher is: how many different experiences are there at the JA the Resort?
Oh, that was quick.
These guys have been listening. Zoe, well done to you. 40 is the correct answer. And I can see that you're the first person to get the correct answer there. Well done. Definitely a party emoji.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously both of you, unfortunately, now are locked out from winning the Star Prize, which, just to remind you, is a 3-night stay on a half-board basis for 2 people at the JA Lakeview Hotel, which obviously is part of the wider JA the Resort. So you get to experience a lot of different things whilst you're there. It's a 3-night stay. And to win that experience, all you have to tell me is, can you name me the 2 types of all-inclusive that are offered at the resort?
Wow.
Oh, that was very quick. Who was that? All-inclusive limited and all-inclusive plus. That is the correct answer. Yeah. And I think, Ushma at Not Just Travel, another regular and a frequent winner. Well done to you. Congratulations, all three of you. Obviously, we'll be in touch. And a massive, massive thank you for all your support today, for our regular agents that are with us every week, and obviously all the new faces and names that we've seen today. Amazing presentation and great engagement, Jill. I'm sure you'll agree.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, guys, for that. Really incredible. I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
And we will obviously follow up. You've now got the reservations details. We'll also share Jill's contact details as well. So if you're stuck with a booking or you need some more assistance or any advice, then obviously Jill's there on hand to represent the JA Resorts and Hotel family. But yeah, from me, a massive thank you for joining us this morning and taking time out a very, very busy day for peaks. And over to you, Jill, for some final words before we close off.
Yeah, just another thank you from me, because I know how busy you guys are this time of year. So really appreciate you taking the time out and also engaging as well, because that's a big thing. We get lots of presentations where it's difficult on a screen as well when you're not getting any feedback coming the other way. So thanks for engaging and making it a two-way thing. Obviously, as well, do reach out to me with anything that you need. Want to obviously support from both sides so that we can all work together to make sure that we achieve the best results during peaks, because Absolutely. Obviously that then benefits everyone. So thank you again from everyone at JA. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. And until next time, take care and have a good week.
Bye.